On February the 3rd, 2018, that Saturday, actually yesterday, a 12-year-old boy was shot and struck in the head at a funeral for the 20-year-old Ricky Boyd. Ricky Boyd, as I talked about in previous videos, was the guy that was killed by the police officers on January the 23rd when the police were serving him a warrant for the murder of Belil Whitfield. Now, the 12-year-old boy that got struck in the head, I wasn't going to release his name, but at this point, his name and his picture has been floating around throughout the whole internet of Savannah. His name is John Coakley. And for what I was told, before the gunshots actually happened, they were actually, I guess the pastor was talking at the wake for the funeral. And before they could even bury Ricky Boyd, gunshots went out. And when the gunshots went out, the 12-year-old boy got struck in the head. From what I was hearing, that he got struck in the head at close range. And they actually caught the juvenile. Let me say this again. They caught the juvenile that hit the 12-year-old boy in the head with a bullet. Now, the 15-year-old boy, I don't have the name of this juvenile. If I did, I would pronounce his name. But the 15-year-old is charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault after SWAT and Savannah police detectives executed arrest warrants early Sunday morning. That's today. And from what I'm hearing is that the 12-year-old boy, Lil John, is pretty much fighting for his life right now in Memorial Hospital. Because, you know, Memorial Hospital is the place where all the gunshot victims go to. And very, very, very sad situation. I also like to say that they had his funeral for Ricky Boyd, and they also had the funeral for Belil Whitfield actually yesterday. On the same day, they had both of their funerals on the same day yesterday. Not at the same place, but they had both funerals that day. As of right now, I think they put Ricky Boyd in the ground. I'm not so sure, because when those gunshots happened, the funeral service was postponed. I don't know if they even actually finished the whole funeral service. I don't know if it was restarted back up after when the police left, but the police were there at the scene for quite some time. Because you gotta understand, when a 12-year-old kid gets shot in the head, you know, police had to have a lot of evidence to see where could this lead to. And very, very, very senseless situation. And this could happen to anybody's child. Anybody who want to pay respects to somebody that was killed by police and end up getting struck by a bullet, you know. And it couldn't have even been a child. It could have been an adult. It could have been anybody that was there in attendance of that funeral. And it's very, very disgusting. I know what you're probably thinking. Well, where does a juvenile get a gun like that from? Well, if you've been watching my videos for quite some time, you know that a lot of the juveniles have access to guns. Where are the guns coming from? I have no clue. But just a very, very sensitive situation. And not only that, but whoever shot this 12-year-old boy, I mean, they couldn't have come from a loving household. Because for one, you're bringing a gun to a funeral. A gun to a funeral. Like, what sense does that make? Are you trying to plan somebody else's funeral at the same time? And police detectives do not believe that this shooting is in retaliation for Ricky Boyd or Belil Whitfield. They believe that this is not connected. I don't even know what was the relation of the guy that did the shooting that was connected to Ricky Boyd. Maybe was he a family member? Was he a friend? Was he an acquaintance? Was he just somebody that just was there coming along like a tag along? I mean, just so many unanswered questions right now that we'll get to the bottom pretty soon. Very senseless situation, because for one, whoever you was aiming at, it couldn't have been that 12-year-old boy. I give you 100% without a reason of doubt that that 12-year-old boy wasn't the intended target. So prayers out to this little kid, man, and his family. Hopefully he pushed through. Hopefully he does, man. You know, I've been told that this kid already had 2 surgeries already within 24 hours. And I think he's going in for his 3rd surgery. So hopefully we get the answers that we need. And any other updates for this, I'll let y'all know as well. But that's all for right now. Stay blessed, Seaport.